Hey YouTube, one guy's take on movies here, and today I'm taking on Daredevil season 2. Yes, it's a TV show. I only did this once before with Jessica Jones late last year, and I thought I would do with Daredevil since it's a comic book show, and I love comic book shows, and this is what this channel is about other than movies. So we talk about everything, or at least that's the plan. I'm still figuring it out. That's why you haven't seen me post. That's why you haven't seen me post a lot of things lately. And I know I've been lazy. So I'm looking to change that in the coming months, but hopefully weeks. Yeah, as you can see, I'm already working on backgrounds and getting new gear. Lost my job earlier this year, so it's like that kind of sent me back. But you know what? I'm gonna come out bigger and stronger, and we're gonna talk stuff. So I want you to join in if you watch Daredevil season 1 and season 2, and if you watch Jessica Jones, and even if you haven't, tell me what you thought about the comic books and you know just anything related to it. What I like most about Daredevil is that he is quote unquote poor man's version of Batman, which he essentially is when you think about it. So uh, the thing I liked about this season is that it was bigger and better than the first season, and it built up on it, and it made the this Marvel Netflix universe. It made it a little bit bigger. Even though we're still centered in Hell's Kitchen, somewhere in New York, we still get, well, it kind of grows. Uh, the whole thing kind of grows with the addition of Elektra and the Punisher, who have really good story arcs, and they both have each their own arcs that are connected to Daredevil, and that was one of the things that permeated the season because at one point you think that we are led to believe that Punisher's arc is over and Elektra's arc begins, but then it kind of evolves, and we see that these two arcs are here to stay and remain, and uh, will develop throughout the rest of the season. And the season does so nicely, and I like that a lot about it. And plus, I mean, when reading Marvel comic books, one of especially Daredevil, Elektra is that one character that sticks out other than Daredevil because she's really well created. Not only is she a gorgeous and beautiful girl, but she's not necessarily complex, but she's a moral opposite to Daredevil. And because the two of them are attracted to each other, that's where their conflicts usually begin and end. And just seeing that those conflicts between them because they're lovers is always great to watch and be a part of. Punisher, from the few comic books that I've read that he was in, uh, they took him straight out of the comic books, with the exception of John Bernthal being a little bit shorter in real life than Punisher is in comic books. But you know what? That's something I can live with, and I'm not a purist when it comes to taking a source material and then developing it in a different way for either TV or movies or even animated series, because you know what, that's bound to happen. People who do these things, they will want to add, they will want to do something different with the source material. So that's something I can live with, especially because I didn't grow up on this stuff. So it all goes back. You know what, if you like the show, you'll probably like the comic book, so go get the comic book, which is really great. I read Frank Miller's run on Man Without Fear last year, and I absolutely loved it. There's stuff that happens there with Elektra that happens in this season of Daredevil, which I didn't think was gonna happen, and I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. If you read those comic books, you know what's gonna happen, and you will probably see it coming. And I know at one point I was like, I hope this doesn't happen, but you know what? It happened exactly as it did in comic books. Well, not really. there's no Bullseye in the Netflix series yet. So hopefully we get introduced to Bullseye next season, because that would be really cool. And what else to say about this? Yeah, there's one overlap with Jessica Jones series, and you don't really have to watch Jessica Jones in order to appreciate Daredevil season two or enjoy the experience of watching Daredevil season two. However, I mean it's only one scene, and it's only one scene, and you know it's always good to see, you know, like these series that aren't connected yet. I mean, the only connection that they have is that they're setting Hell's Kitchen, but when the characters from each of the shows, when they connect and meet each other on the street or someplace else, it's really cool to see because Netflix really is building this universe to connect later on, hopefully in 2017. Um, yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I give Daredevil season 2 a 10. I gave the same score to the first season, so this is still a really great show, really worth your time. One more reminder, it's not for your kids. I mean, unless they're like 14 and 15, yeah, let them watch, but if they're younger, let them enjoy their childhood. Don't spoil it for them because all the blood and gore that Punisher is a really violent character, so it's like he does some really, really awful stuff. And even though he's a well-made character, he fights for the good side, but he takes it to the extreme. So, and even in the comic books, nobody wants to have anything to do with him. Even Nick Fury is like, you know what? Unless this guy goes like completely rogue and just decides to kill everybody, I'm gonna let him do what he does because, like, if I get in his way, I know he's gonna kill me. But and that's the way he is in Daredevil season 2. So yeah, the way he's introduced in the series, like it will start off right in the first episode, and I thought they were gonna wait maybe 2 or 3 episodes, but they didn't, and it played out really well because they introduced Elektra in the middle of the season, right where Punisher's arc starts dying, or at least at the point where you think it is, like the Punisher's done for this season, but he's not. So hopefully that didn't spoil season two for you that all that much. And if you haven't seen the second season, um, if you haven't seen it yet, go right ahead. Netflix is, you know, if you haven't seen the first season even, or you haven't seen, you know, um, Jessica Jones, Netflix is worldwide now. From early, yeah, that was like one of the biggest news at the beginning of 2016 was, you know, Netflix went worldwide, thank God. And yeah, first month's free and enjoy it. Do yourself a favor. If you can ignore everything else, don't go to the movies. Well, Batman v Superman is coming out this week, so I'm gonna go see it on Wednesday night. So yeah, do yourself a favor, enjoy Daredevil. Trust me, if you like action movies, if you like good detective dramas, if you like good character development, great stories, and if you like great conflicts between the characters, between actions with great action sequences, Daredevil outdowns itself. It really does. It's well worth the time. In my 13 hours seems like a long time, but you once you're done with it, it will seem like 13 minutes. So until Thursday, I'm gonna say goodbye and peace out.